Adlib Productions is proud to present a brand new television show entitled Blind Date. I'm excited about this show because it gives a lot of bachelors and bachelorettes the opportunity of meeting each other for a blind date using nothing but the inventive wisdom of Alexander Graham Bell. The telephone. Our first guest, Gene Kroll. He's 28 years old, professional actor. Let's bring him on. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a professional actor. I just finished a music video, and I've got a couple parts coming up in a couple movies.
Okay, good. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Our show's entitled Blind Date. The concept of the show is simple. We're going to ask you to walk off stage into one of our offices, telephone our three lovely bachelorettes that are waiting in another soundstage downstairs, and you can ask questions. They can be your own questions. We'll provide you with a questionnaire sheet. You're more than welcome to use our questions if you would want. The questions can be wacky, funny, different, and yes, even erotic. Just promise me to keep it within the guidelines of the censor board, if you would. I have a couple surprises for you. The first surprise, I was talking to my creative director a little bit earlier before you came onto our show, and she was saying something about, hey, why don't we bring the bachelorettes on stage just to throw a little tease your way, just to see them, feel them out a little bit, see if there's any instinctive qualities there for you. The only thing you have to do is promise me you're not going to ask any questions, at least not while they're on stage. The only time you'll be allowed to ask questions is when you're off into your own soundproof office. Okay? So I'll tell you, oh, I got another surprise for you. I have your mom on the telephone.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I called her to ask her. I'll tell you about it in a second. Harriet, are you on the line?
Yes, Bob.
Yes, hi. Robert Henry, host of Blind Date. How does your son look?
Oh, he looks pretty good.
Mom, where are you?
Oh, at home?
Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, it's a surprise.
Okay. Harriet, the reason why I asked you to be with us today on the telephone is I want you to do a little survey with your son, and it would mean substantial cash prizes for him to take with him in beautiful Hawaii. So good luck with it. What you have to do, Harriet, is you have to select out of the three bachelorettes, bachelorette number 1, 2, or 3, make your choice who you would want to see your son go out with, and also give us a bachelor 1, 2, or 3 that you think your son's going to pick. Out of those two choices, both of them could mean a substantial cash prize to take with him on his weekend date to beautiful Hawaii. So, Gene, Harriet, good luck with you guys, and I'll bring the bachelorettes on. Number 1.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Unfortunately, you can't ask any questions again. Can't cut in the rules and regulations. Bachelorette number 1, I'll bring on number 2 in a second. Bachelorette number 2, again I ask you no questions.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You can remain standing, Gene. I have Bachelorette number 3. She'll be on in a second. And our beautiful, lovely Bachelorette number 3, Gene.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
Have a seat. Explain what's going on now. As I asked your mother and yourself, out of the 3 bachelorettes that you just seen, who do you think you would like to go out with? Who do you think your mom would choose for you to go out with? And Harriet, are you still on the line?
Yes, I am.
I want you to do the vice versa of that and just make 2 choices. One would be, who do you think your son would select? And the other choice, who do you think you would like to see your son go out with? Don't tell us now. Wait till your son walks off stage, and I'll get right back to you. Let me put you on hold. Now, Gene, if you would take this clipboard, write down your 2 selections. I think I have a pen here. Make your 2 selections now. And after the interviews, I'll disclose your answers and your mom's answers, and good luck. Thank you. Put that over here. And Gene, if you would be so kind to walk off stage, there's an office in the back there. You can use the telephone.
Okay.
My secretary will tell you all the details then.
Okay.
And our questionnaire sheet, let me see. I think my secretary has the questionnaire sheet with her. Let me get Harriet back on the line. Harriet?
Yes.
Yes, hi. Robert Henry again. Have you made your selections?
Yes, I have.
Okay, good. Gene is off in our soundproof stage right now. What are your selections? Who would you want to see your son go out with?
I think Bachelorette number 2.
Bachelorette number 2. Okay, who do you think Gene picked to go out with?
Oh, he'd probably pick Bachelorette number 1.
Okay. Stay tuned. Keep watching the show, because after the questions, after the interviews are all over, I'm going to disclose your answers, compare them to your son's answers, and good luck. So I'll give you a call in about 5 minutes, okay?
Okay, great.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
What is your idea of a romantic evening?
My idea of a romantic evening would be escaping to a tropical, deserted beach, swimming naked in the water, and then going horseback riding, and staying there for the rest of my life.
All right, good answer. Go ahead, Gene.
Bachelorette number 2, same question.
A romantic evening for me would be having dinner in a cafe with the wind blowing, a moonlit night, nice bottle of wine, good food, violins playing in the background.
All right.
Bachelorette number 3, same question.
My idea of a romantic evening would be a nice candlelight dinner with a limo ride to a nice deserted beach and just walking the beach all night.
All right. Far away, Gene.
Bachelor, you were reincarnated. What would you come back as, and why?
I would probably come back as a tree. Why? Because they're beautiful, and they grow and grow, and they exist for a long time.
Good answer. Go ahead, Gene.
Bachelorette number 2, same question.
I think I would like to come back as a cat. I could have my independence, but at the same time, I could have someone take care of me. I could bask in the sun all day, lounge around, not worry about anything. That sounds like a good thing to come back as.
Okay, Bachelorette number 3, same question.
I think I'd come back as a rose, because when they bloom, they smell nice, they look nice. Everyone pretty much likes roses.
Okay. Got another question for him, Gene.
Okay, who is your favorite celebrity, and why?
My favorite celebrity is Sean Connery, and the reason why is because I think he's extremely sexy. He's an incredible actor. He reminds me of someone that I used to know, and I don't know, if I had him in a room for 5 minutes, never mind, anyway.
We'll go on, Gene.
Okay, Bachelorette number 2, same question.
If I had to pick my favorite celebrity, I would choose Mickey Rourke. And the reason being is that he exudes this raw sexuality, and he doesn't even try. He's just has a lot of strength when he plays the roles that he plays. He's got a lot of determination. He puts a lot into his acting, and he's not afraid to play characters that may not be considered as leading roles or socially acceptable.
Oops, that's the beep. 30 seconds are up. Go ahead, Gene.
Interesting. Okay, Bachelorette number 3, same question.
To tell the truth, I really don't have one. I never have.
But who would you select if you had a choice?
Patrick Swayze. I think he's sexy. I like the way he dances.
Okay.
He's got a nice body.
All right. Do you have any other questions, Gene?
Okay, let's see. Bachelorette number 1. What was the most embarrassing moment in your life?
The most embarrassing moment in my life was once I was in New York City and I was smoking a cigarette in bed after sex, and I dropped the cigarette and I rolled over to get it, and it caught the entire mattress on fire, plus me and my partner. So we all had to jump out of bed and jump out of the room and call the fire department, and it was pretty embarrassing, and it was all my fault. But we didn't let them know that. So we just left the hotel.
Okay, Bachelorette number 2, same question.
By far, the most embarrassing moment for me was when I went and got fake fingernails put on, and I wasn't used to having any fingernails. And I was at a fancy restaurant, and I went to the bathroom, and I was able to get my pantyhose down, but once I did that, I couldn't get them back up. So I had to go back out into the restaurant and kind of waddle on out to get my friend back in to help me get my hose up.
Do you still wear false fingernails?
No,
Okay,
I've
good.
learned not to bite mine so that I have my own.
Okay, Bachelorette number 3, same question.
I think my most embarrassing moment was a dinner date with someone, my first dinner date with someone. I was reading the menu, by candlelight dinner, and I caught the menu on fire.
I'm sorry. Gene, do you have any inclinations yet of a bachelorette that attracts you over the telephone? Either
Well-
the voice or questions or...
They all sound great. I'm still kind of stumped.
Okay, do you have any more questions?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Bachelorette number 1. What would you do for R&R, rest and relaxation?
I would probably want to go to the Bahamas and just not tell anyone I was going, go to the Bahamas, stay there for about a month, and just get a beach house and have a good time and not talk on the phone and not deal with anyone else in the whole world. Just stay on the beach and in my beach house all day, completely by myself.
Okay. Interesting. Bachelorette number 2, same question.
For R&R, I would most likely want to take my bicycle, take a boat over to the Greek islands, and all my camping gear and lots of good reading material, and tour the Greek islands on my bicycle, and spend evenings camping out and reading.
Okay, Bachelorette number 3, same question.
For R&R, I would probably I don't know.
Okay. Gene, you have about 2 minutes left, so fire away, and you don't have to keep going in order. If there's one particular bachelorette that attracts you over the telephone, you can speak directly to her.
Okay. Let's see. Bachelorette number 1. What characteristics do you value in a relationship?
I value trust, mainly. Trust is the most important thing. If you can trust someone, then you've pretty much got a good foundation. Excitement, definitely excitement. Excitement is very important. Have a lot of fun, someone with a good sense of humor, someone that you can tell things to and have a good time with.
Bachelorette number 3, same question.
Bachelorette number 3, he directed that question to you.
Oh,
Do you
he
need it
did?
repeated?
No.
Repeat the question again for Bachelorette number 3, Gene.
Okay, Bachelorette number 3. What characteristics do you value in a relationship?
Trust, honesty. Mostly those are the main reasons. If you can trust somebody, then you'll do pretty good.
Okay, Bachelorette number 3. Name a vegetable or fruit that would best describe you, and tell me why.
Bachelorette number 3, a fruit or vegetable that best describes you.
Fruit or vegetable.
Okay, let's go to another bachelorette, Jane.
Okay, Bachelorette number 1, same question.
A fruit or a vegetable? I'd say a grapefruit. Grapefruit best describe me. It's a
Why?
It's a tough exterior, the peel. It's really hard to peel a grapefruit. And once you get inside, you either run into very sweet, juicy parts or very bitter, sour parts.
Whew. That's a very tasty answer. Do you have any more questions?
One more. Bachelorette number 1. I speak French and Spanish. Do you speak any foreign languages?
No, I do not.
Okay, Bachelorette number 3, same question.
Yes, I do.
What do you speak?
Fluent Spanish.
Ah, okay.
Why don't you ask her to talk a little bit in Spanish, if you would, Jane?
¿Cómo está usted?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, gracias. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I think I got it.
Okay, I think you left out bachelorette number 2 on your last question.
Okay, Bachelorette number 2, same question.
What question was that?
What question again, Jane? You
I
asked.
speak some Greek, German, and a little bit of Spanish.
Okay, Greek or German or Spanish. Okay.
It comes down to making your final selection. But before you do, let's take a short commercial break. Then we'll have your mother's selections as well as yours, then your final selection. Okay?
Okay.
Hello. After that short recess, we had asked Gene back out on stage in front of the bachelorettes to make a final selection. Before he does, let's go to the selections that he and his mother made earlier in the show to see if they matched. Gene, for the first choice selection, your mom picked bachelorette number 3, and you picked bachelorette number 1, so you didn't match there. However, the second part of the choice selections, you matched. Both bachelorette number 2, so congratulations. You'll be bringing a cash prize with you, the beautiful Hawaii.
All right.
Now comes the moment of the truth. We're going to ask you to make a final selection, then we're going to ask you why you made that selection. So which will it be? Bachelorette number 1, bachelorette number 2, or bachelorette number 3? They're not in any particular order here, so, and they weren't when you were on the telephone, so it's all up to your instincts.
Well,
Make your choice now.
well, they're all great, first of all. And in the questioning, I was kind of torn between number 1 and number 3. Number 3 speaks Spanish, and I've had a fantasy of I don't know, pretending like I'm in Mexico.
Well, that's great. So you
So I'm going to go with number 3.
You're going to go with congratulations. Number 3. You're going to beautiful Hawaii. And come back and tell us a little bit
Sure.
about the date.
All right.
Okay, fantastic. You can exit off stage. I can congratulate all the 2 bachelorettes. Well, you did a great job. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
But maybe you can co-host the second half of the show. Would you like that?
I would love to.
And bachelorette number 2, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay? The second half is going to be like the first. The only difference is the bachelorette is not going to be allowed at all to see the 3 bachelors. So let me bring on our brand new co-host. Her name is Nicole. She was a contestant earlier in the show, and I'll be right back with you.
In the second half of our television show, Blind Date, we have 3 bachelors in the back. We will bring them out in a minute. Meanwhile, we have our lovely eligible bachelorette ready on the telephone to ask questions. So let's bring out our handsome bachelors right now. Is to answer all the questions that are asked of you in any way that you can, as honestly and straightforward as you possibly will allow yourselves. Okay? Our bachelorette is on the phone, waiting to ask you questions. Ready?
Okay, bachelor number 1. What is your idea of a romantic evening?
Well, usually I start off with a candlelit dinner, maybe a walk along the beach, and whatever happens after that.
Okay, great. Bachelor number 2. What is your idea of a romantic evening?
Snuggled up on the couch, watching a good TV show, not worrying about the TV show.
Sounds good. Bachelor number 3. Same question for you.
I don't know, I've always been partial to a nice romantic evening at home by the fireplace on a snowy night. If it's not snowy, maybe take a plane to Colorado and have a little fireplace, dinner type, low music, old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra, and then afterwards make a little love.
Ooh. Okay, next question. Bachelor number 1. If you were reincarnated, what would you come back as and why?
Interesting, okay. Well, I probably would come back, let's see, probably as an airplane. And why? Because they travel and fly just about everywhere.
Interesting. Bachelor number 2.
Same question.
Same question,
Same
bachelor number
question.
2.
Oh, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? I would want to be a frog, a wide-mouthed frog. You like that one?
Okay. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Bachelor number 3. If you were reincarnated, what would you come back as and why?
Well, I certainly wouldn't come back as a frog like bachelor number 2, but then again, maybe he's always jumping something or somebody. But I probably would come back as a bird. Because a bird flies free and flies high, fast, slow, and then kind of lays back, you know, migrates a little bit. I guess it would be a bird, maybe a bald eagle.
Okay.
Next question.
Bachelor number 1. Who is your favorite celebrity and why?
I would have to say Gloria Estefan. Why? Because she's attractive, and I don't know, I like her music. She sings from the gut.
Okay. Bachelor number 2. Same question.
My favorite celebrity.
Come on, bachelor
Shoot.
number 2.
Why do you do this to me? I'd have to say Kelly LeBrock. Weird Science was great. I think I like Kelly. She can burp, and it's polite. She can burp politely. That's Kelly.
Okay. Bachelor number 3. Same question.
My favorite celebrity, they're all favorites, really. They all have talents in their own way. But if I was to have to choose, I probably would bring back the young Anne Margaret. I thought she had a lot of sex appeal in her dancing style and whatever. It was a real turn on.
Okay. Bachelor number 1. What was the most embarrassing moment in your life?
Most embarrassing. Well, there was a time actually when I had night blindness, and I was backstage, and I had to find the prop, and the prop person was nowhere around, and I grabbed the wrong prop. So I'm standing out on stage with this feather, and it had nothing to do with the shot, and I had to figure out something to do with this stupid prop that I'm holding and still carry off the scene because it was a live play. So I would say that was my most embarrassing moment.
Okay. Bachelor number 2. Same question.
That would have to be the time that my girlfriend's girlfriend talked to me about bringing me over to her house for a little candlelight dinner, and I went. And then when I got into the place and I was sitting there, she went back to get into something more comfortable, and it was my girlfriend and all her family come out with a surprise birthday cake, and I was sitting there naked waiting for
Interesting.
Interesting.
Well, I never had an embarrassing moment. All my moments, even if they were embarrassing, I've enjoyed every moment of my life, so I really can't tell you any embarrassing situations. If anything, it was a lesson to be learned or a fun lesson to be learned.
Okay. Next question. Bachelor number 1. What do you do for R&R?
Rest and relaxation, huh? Let's see. Usually I go to the beach and just kind of hang out, get a tan, do some swimming. I've been known to do this by myself or with other people, but either way, it's good R&R.
Okay. Bachelor number 2, same question.
It have to be on the deck. Don't go anywhere. You're near everything that you're comfortable.
Wow.
Okay, sounds good. Bachelor number 3. What do you do for R&R?
Haven't had R&R in a long time. I constantly work on projects, one project or the other, but if I was to have some R&R, probably be motorcycle riding on a Sunday afternoon in the hills, stop off at Gunpowder Stables or something around the mountains, do a little horseback riding.
Okay. Next question. Bachelor number 1. Name a vegetable or fruit that would best describe you and why.
Okay,
Come on, Bachelor number 1.
Wait a minute. I'd have to say a cucumber.
Why?
Well, I can be hard, but I can also be cool.
Okay.
Very good.
Bachelor number 2. Name a vegetable or fruit that would best describe you and why.
I'd have to be a lemon. The lemons are sour unless you squeeze them and pour sugar on them. Then you've got lemonade. Then I become delicious.
Sounds interesting. Bachelor number 3. Name a vegetable or fruit that would best describe you and why.
Name a vegetable or fruit or both?
Vegetable or fruit.
Fruit. Probably an orange because it has vitamin C. It's good for you. It's succulent. And you can also squeeze it and make orange juice.
You don't need sugar for that.
Question. Bachelor number 1. What characteristics do you value in a relationship?
I would have to say truth, honesty, communication, the ability to share both emotions and situations. It's probably what I value the most.
Okay, Bachelor number 2. What characteristics do you value in a relationship?
Well, the basic is trust. I like being able to talk to someone about what bugs me or bugs that person, and just a fidelity that we can get along and Somebody who likes my jokes.
Okay, that's important. Bachelor number 3. What characteristics do you value in a relationship?
Well, the same as bachelors number 1 and number 2. The only difference is I like good hot sex. And I think that's important to have a good sexual relationship with the person that you love.
Okay, is that all?
Well, you know, I go for the truth and the honesty too, but good loving doesn't hurt either.
Okay. Okay, that's all the questions I have.
Number 2 or bachelor number 3?
I think I'll choose bachelor number 2.
Why did you choose bachelor number 2, Mary?
He sounds like he's a real relaxing person, and I like that in a person. And if he can tell good jokes, I like that too.
Well, that sounds great. Come on out on stage, Mary. There's your lovely bachelorette. You two are going to enjoy a wonderful weekend vacation in Key West, Florida. And would you come back and tell us all about it?
Sure.
Great. Have a good time. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Didn't make it this time, but maybe next time.
That's okay. I had a great time. It's really been a
Great.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Sorry, bachelor number 3. Maybe
Oh, it's
next
okay. I had a
time.
fantastic time.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Tuning into our show. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we're going to have mule diving and bachelors in bikinis. It's going to be a great show, so be sure to watch.